Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about carnivore keto diets and what I consume in a day. Now, I'm not a doctor. I just lost 55 pounds and 8 sizes. Took me 3 years. Yes, slow and steady. We believe in slow and steady here at Love Style. And this could work for you. I am not miserable. I am a happy-go-lucky person, even more each day, and I'm getting smaller each day. So I work a regular job, 9 to 5, working for the man, bringing home the bacon, no pun intended. But I do find that carnivore keto lifestyle is very sustainable. You may want to try some of the things that we talk about here on Love Style if you want to lose some weight. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to Love Style. We appreciate you. So when I wake up in the morning, the very first thing I do is enjoy a very small glass of water with some lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and about a half a teaspoon of baking soda in there. Drink it with a straw, because you don't want to mess up your teeth if you use this every day. It is a kidney cleanse and a liver cleanse. I call it a kidney shot. That doesn't belong to me. That's from Cole Robinson from the Snake Diet. He believes in the kidney shot, so do I, every morning to clear out the toxins out of your kidney and your liver. So why do I do this? Misty, why do you do a kidney shot or a liver cleanse? Like, I don't understand. It makes me feel great. It gets rid of the excess gas that might be hanging around in your body. You'll kick stones. Don't be scared. Kidney stones, we flush out kidney stones every time we use the bathroom, number one. I mean, like doing number one. Little stones come out. This is kind of TMI, but if you ever look down in the toilet after you've urinated, you'll see little pebbles in there. Those are kidney stones. Yes, they're just not big. When you get a big kidney stone, you have some trouble. It's very, very painful. I've definitely had a kidney stone before. Let's avoid the kidney stones. Let's break them up nice and early in the morning. Do that kidney shot, that liver cleanse, a little baking soda, apple cider vinegar, and lemon, and a half a cup of water is all you need. So, Misty, you wake up and you drink water, baking soda, lemon, and apple cider vinegar. Where's your coffee? I thought you said you drank coffee. I do drink coffee. Now, a lot of carnivore people who follow the carnivore diet do not drink coffee because it is a plant. So let me just tell you right now, that's why this is carnivore keto discussions here. I have a little bit of plants in my diet, some coffee, a little bit of veg here and there, and some dark chocolates, maybe some strawberries. I allow about 10% to be keto. I find this is very, very sustainable in my life. So I don't hate my life. I can only have meat, So I add some plants in there. It's a little more easy for me to sustain this. So in the morning, I have some coffee. I have about 2 cups of coffee. Maybe on the weekends, I have a 3rd cup in the morning. I do consume heavy whipping cream in my coffee as a creamer. Misty, what else do you put in your coffee? That's it? No, I add a little bit of collagen, the powdered form. There is a little bit of sweetener in there. I'm not crazy about that. I may have to kick the sweetener after my collagen is done here, my first batch. If you hear my kitty in the background, that's the great Starina. She knows about nutrition. She lives this lifestyle with us, and she has a lot to say. So collagen is a little controversial. I just started adding collagen about 2 months ago into my coffee in the morning. My joints would hurt sometimes walking upstairs. Also, it does wonders for your skin. I've had some rash going on my hands a bit. So the collagen seems to have helped. I avoided consuming collagen for the longest time. I didn't trust it. I thought, well, it's not a whole food, Misty. There's probably, chemicals in there. So I got the grass-fed, the organic, get the good stuff. It's a little pricey. It's like $30 for a little canister. But, just a little bit every day may help you with your skin troubles, may help you with your joints. So after I have my morning coffee, which I do enjoy coffee, like I was telling you, I do make sure I drink 1 to 2 bottled waters. We drink bottled water here at Love Style. We really believe in spring water. We do not consume any tap water. It has fluoride in it. We're a fluoride-free family. No fluoride in the toothpaste, no fluoride in our water especially. It can destroy your pineal gland, if you know what that is. That's your third eye. So after my coffee, I'm drinking my water. I grab a little pink salt. I grab that, put it on my tongue. That's how I like to consume pink salt, a couple times a day. I love salt. I've always loved salt. And pink salt has all of the minerals that you need in there. Get yourself some pink salt. I've mentioned this in a couple other videos. You need pink salt in your life if you're gonna be on a low-carb diet like this is. Your body wants to get rid of some of these electrolytes that you want to replace. Starting with the pink salt is a great way to begin. I also, when I drink my water in the morning, after I've had my coffee, my collagen, and my kidney and liver cleanse, I consume a supplement. Now, I'm not big on supplements, but I'm loving the latest supplement. I'm doing an experiment with it. Lion's mane. I think we'll put a picture here if we can. Lion's mane mushroom. Comes in a capsule form. It's the good stuff, the organic stuff, and it seems to keep me very, very focused. I feel like it's like a super vitamin. And again, I'm not big on vitamins, but I'm loving the lion's mane. You may want to try this or look into it. So I've waited all morning to eat food. It's rolling around 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Intermittent fasting. We like to intermittent fast in this household. We do drink coffee. Some people say that's not the same as intermittent fasting without it, but we don't eat a meal until about noon. My schedule now has changed at work a bit, and I'm eating now at 11. Either way, we don't eat breakfast, and we have our first meal around lunchtime. So lunch is our first meal. Well, Misty, what do you eat? Meat. You name it. Ground beef with some cheese on there, almost like a taco meat, a hamburger with some butter. You can bring a pack of tuna fish to work. Put some avocado mayonnaise in there if you're staying away from soybean oil, which is in many mayonnaises. Look into that. Soybean oil, a lot of people have a reaction to that, including myself. So, meats, you have your tuna. You can have some salmon. They even sell it in a little container, almost like it's tuna. You can have salmon, tuna, hamburgers. Well, Misty, what if I didn't make my lunch that day and I'm at work? The other day I went to McDonald's. I might even put a picture here because I took a picture of it. I forgot to make my lunch. I didn't have time in the morning. I ordered 2 double quarter pounders, leave off the onions, leave off the buns, and I just ate 4 patties with cheese on them. And man, was that a very, very satisfying lunch, especially if you like carnivore as much as I do. I was full all the way until dinner. So any kind of meat is what I have for lunch. Well, Misty, don't you want something on the side than just meat? What else could you have? Some cottage cheese? I'm getting hungry just thinking about it because I didn't eat today yet. Trying to fast, get into ketosis for my videos. So some cottage cheese with some meat is a great lunch. The stuff I'm talking about here is a regular work week day, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I allow a little more plants into my life, some strawberries. I might have a salad if I go out to lunch or dinner, these kind of things. Maybe a keto dessert here and there, as you've seen on my Instagram. Come see me on Instagram. On the weekends, it's nice if you're spending time with your loved ones to have some bacon and eggs. That's something that's a little easier to prepare on the weekends. So I'm talking about the weekdays here. Just an average everyday thing. It's kind of a routine. I'm in here eating meat most of the time, little cottage cheese, maybe some homemade yogurts, these kind of things. You can have butter, don't forget, and you can have cheese. Grab a string cheese, have that with your lunch. You'll feel full and you will feel very satiated and satisfied. This is the big thing about carnivore. You know, people think it's so restrictive. The thing is, a lot of carnivores don't even measure anything, and I don't even think it's necessary. It's very fasting mimicking when you eat mostly meat. You have some dairy if that's your cup of tea. You know, you could be like me and have some plants here and there. And you feel very full. You don't have to snack in between meals, because I don't believe in snacking at all in between meals. You know, sometimes in the middle of a meal, if you don't want to be snacking, I do not do well with snacking. Well, Misty, why? Everyone else snacks. Why wouldn't you snack? It's just like what we do. I have found for my body type, for my personality, for my maybe leftover addictions to food, that if I snack between meals, I will keep on eating. You get that taste in your mouth of something delicious and you say, oh man, I could just keep going. That causes problems for me. So I don't find that snacking is helpful at all while I'm on my journey of getting healthy. So what do you eat for a snack then, Misty? Nothing? I drink water. I make sure to dab some pink salt on my tongue here and there. That makes me feel, see, Starina agrees. You like salt? She's at my feet. I know, me too. I like salt. Pink salt. It's got the minerals. It just replaces something. Even for hunger, it seems to curb my hunger when I have some salt here and there. I don't really care for it in my water any longer. I've moved on to just throwing it on my tongue. I always love salt. So eat some salt, drink your water. I'm telling you, I know this is old school about water. It's like, Misty, yeah, 8 glasses a day, yada, yada, yada. We've heard it before. I am finding lately that I'm really wanting to drink water, almost like it's like I can feel it working. I can feel it hydrating me. I'm really getting in tune with my water lately. I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancer. This is off the subject. Since we're talking about consuming water, there is an eclipse that's going to happen in the next 24 hours of making this video. And I want to tell you something on the side note here. This is the time between eclipses. There's going to be another eclipse before July 7th. I hope I have that date right. There was an eclipse a couple weeks ago. I'm sure you felt the change. You know, the world's doing crazy things, but on your own journey, there is an eclipse happening now and in a couple weeks. I want you to consider this a time to end all bad habits the best you can. Your biggest bad habit. Reset. The sun passes over the moon passes over the sun, and it's a reset button for the universe. This is a fact. Eclipses mean new beginnings. Let's come into this new eclipse, this new time. It's in Cancer at 0 degrees. That's getting into astrology a little too much. That's for later. I'm really into this stuff. So you want to refrain from eating in between your meals, whether you have 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day. I don't recommend any more than that, than 3 or 2, if you want to lose weight. And this is coming out to be very true in the diet community. In this space, we know that eating once a day is called OMAD. You can eat twice a day, which is very, very doable for me lately. And you can even eat 3 times a day if you want. But don't snack in between meals. This is a great tip. This will get you way further than you ever imagined if you've never tried it. Which leads me to my next point. Most of the time people are snacking, especially at work you see this. We're bored. It's a long day. You're doing the same monotonous thing over and over possibly. You get bored, you grab a snack. It's out of boredom. You're not hungry. Think about it for a minute. Are you really hungry? Probably not. You're just bored. Try to occupy your time in between meals, and as much as you can otherwise, with things that inspire you. YouTube is great for this. Maybe this video inspires you. Maybe our music inspires you. Black Eyed Soul, check us out. We appreciate it. I listen to a lot of diet stuff, health channels on YouTube. Greg Braden is great. He's a very positive guy. He's very spiritual. I try to keep my mind busy while my hands are busy. That way I don't even think of snacking. And this seems to work great for me. This is a great idea. Try it just one day. If you usually have a snack, leave out the snack one day. So between meals, instead of snacking, we try to consume the good information, listen to stuff that inspires us, and start thinking about, okay, when I get home, I'm definitely going to exercise. Andrew and I go for walks. It's a great time of year for going for walks, especially here in Tennessee. The weather is very beautiful here, and we love it. So we take about a 2-mile walk. There's a place at the top of the hill. We walk a very steep hill. Helps with your butt and your thighs. And that's incline walking. We get to the top of the hill. There's a little circle there. We say affirmations at the top. We're trying to keep it positive. I am healthy. I am thin or slender. I am free of any kind of toxins. These are the things you want to tell yourself when you're walking. Don't be afraid to do affirmations when you're walking, when you're exercising. Now, we do a 2-mile walk fasted. That means we haven't eaten for a few hours. This is proven to be something that helps out a lot of people while they're on their weight loss journey, their journey to optimal health. Work out fasted if you can. Again, I'm not a doctor, but working out fasted does wonders for people. People really like this. I like how it makes me feel. I prefer the feeling to having a full stomach and trying to exercise right after you ate. Sometimes that doesn't resonate with me. So try to exercise fasted, but make sure you exercise 3 to 5 times a week. I'm trying to go for 5 to 6. I've been kind of enjoying it quite a bit. It's low impact right now. We got some weights we use and a little bit of yoga, but exercise fasted between meals before you eat your dinner. And make sure you try to eat your dinner as early as you possibly can. I know that's really hard, but eating an earlier dinner is going to help you sleep better. So after that, in a day, it's time for dinner. It may be somewhere around 7 o'clock p.m. That's a good time to eat. Stephanie Keto Person, if you haven't checked her out, check her out. She knows her stuff. She says you really should eat your last meal like 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. Whenever I do this, I can't say I'm good at it yet. Sometimes I eat at 8. I've even eaten at 9 and then gone to bed at 10. I have a rougher time sleeping. So try to eat your meal earlier if you can. I know this is not always possible. We have busy lives. It's like, Misty, I have to cook for the kids. I have to cook for my husband, wait for him to get home. See how you can do on this. But either way, it's dinner time. So you might be wondering, oh, well, here comes dinner. The biggest meal of the day for a lot of people. We like to have dinner. Dinner's nice. But it doesn't really veer off from lunch. In our household, we have meats, hamburgers and cheese and bacon. We might have hot dogs now and then, a little kielbasa, Italian sausage. Pork chops or pork loin. We've been doing a lot of air fryer stuff. Let me know if you want us to do an air fryer recipe. I love my air fryer and still experimenting with it, but we throw some meat in the air fryer. It's terrific. We add some cheese or cottage cheese and call it a day. Get your butter in there if that helps you. Make it a little more appetizing and just eat a bunch of meat. That's still going to be my advice. Before we eat our meat, we make sure we give thanks to God, to the universe, for supplying it for us and let it nourish our bodies, these kind of things. Say grace, even if it's 5 seconds. Bless this food. It works. Get your salt in there. Don't forget to add pink salt to your meals. This is something I may have forgotten to emphasize. Besides eating it during the day like I like to do and throw some salt on my tongue, pink salt, add it to your foods. Do not be afraid of salt. You're going to lose a lot of salts while you're doing low carb. You need to replace that salt. It's very, very important. Not a lot of people talk about this. They're afraid of salt. We're not afraid of salt around here. I have experimented with this. This is what has worked for me. Include some salt in your diet. Take it slow if that makes you feel better. See how you do. If you have a little butter with your meat, this seems to fill you up even more, make you even more satiated. And butter is a great addition to your meat. You know, for dessert, dark chocolate is really the go-to palate cleanser. People like this across the board. It's supposed to be a superfood. It will cleanse your palate if you've eaten a lot of meats, especially at first if you're getting used to carnivore eating. Some dark chocolate will get you through. I'm telling you, you won't want to grab any ice cream. You won't want to grab any sweets. Have that dark chocolate. It's just sweet enough to get the job done. So now it's time for bed. We watched some Gaia Network. We've listened to some spiritual stuff to get us inspired even more, getting ideas for videos and things like this. It's time for bed. I take an Epsom salt bath. Well, Misty, why are you putting Epsom salt in your bath? Because it has magnesium. I think it's called magnesium sulfate. So I've taken my Epsom salt bath that has the magnesium my body needs. I take a potassium supplement. One of the only supplements that I take. Potassium is very important to the body. Look into potassium citrate if you can find it. Some people need a little bit of help to fall asleep. So I do consume a little bit of melatonin at night and a magnesium supplement, as well as the Epsom salt bath and the potassium supplement, potassium citrate. So these are the supplements that I use. They seem to be working for me. You may want to do a little more research than I can offer here today. This works well for me. That's all I can do is talk about what works for me while doing carnivore keto in my daily routine. So now it's time to hit the hay. Circadian rhythm. I'm sure you've heard of circadian rhythm. If you watch this channel, you probably heard of it. And if you haven't, that's when the sun comes up and the sun goes down. You know, you want to follow circadian rhythm. You want to awaken in the morning when it's light out, or very close to when it becomes light out. And then at nighttime, when the sun goes down, is when you should be ready for bed. I find doing this kind of lifestyle, eating this way, carnivore keto, for 3 years, 55 pounds and 8 sizes. I love getting my sleep. I love getting 7 hours. That's the new recommended time. I love following the circadian rhythm of the universe. I try to fall asleep when the sun goes down or very soon after. And when I do, I feel like $1,000,000. And I can't wait to wake up and face the day when the sun comes up. You know, I also make sure I say my prayers at night. Affirmations. I am healthy. I am rich. Money flows to me very easily and from everywhere. I love my life. I am grateful to be alive. These things are important to make sure you are grateful. Make sure you say your affirmations before you go to sleep. Maybe say them when you wake up or when you exercise like we like to do. Include them. You'll see things start to get better in your life. Misty, you're getting like so deep on us now. I am deep. And I'm not afraid to talk about these things. Let's get back to that if you've forgotten. Part of getting a good night's sleep, you want to stay away from some heavy news maybe a couple hours before bed, let that go. I know you like to check and see what's going on with the world, and we do as well, but you got to give it a break before bedtime. You want to have pleasant dreams, sweet dreams, floating on a cloud, these kind of things. So say your prayers before bed. Be grateful. Express gratitude for your life. You're getting in shape. You're listening to this channel. You want to improve your life. The eclipse is here. It's time to reset. Start over. You can always start over. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can start over anytime. Let's start over now. I like the idea of now. Now is not the past. And now is not the future. It's being very present, very self-aware, very woke. Let's be woke, but you're going to sleep, so don't be too woke. But I mean, let's get down to keeping it simple before bed. You want to get your 7 hours or as close as you can. I'm not great at this. Sometimes I get 6. Still feel great on Carnivore Keto though. Get your sleep. Be grateful. Thank you for listening to Black Eyed Soul. That's our music. That's where we're grateful to be sharing it with you. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to Love Style. Let us know if you have any questions about any of this stuff, and I mean any of this stuff. Nothing is off the table. Hit me up. I will answer you. And thank you for tuning in to Love Style. Eat meat. Peace out.